Alright. Damon
False. True.
is false.
True.
Sometimes true is also sometimes true, but ultimately false.
Okay. So number one is there's 7, so you failed the last 3, which starts XY
Sorry.
intersects M.
Intersect.
Oh, there's no X in my picture, making this question really hard to answer.
It's false. No, then that's true.
At point O. So XY,
True.
this thing right here, that's kind of going through our plane, getting a sense of the three-dimensional dimensionality of my picture. Okay. So is this true or false?
True.
True.
It is in fact true.
Fail.
Sorry, I just felt like doing false instead of true on the first one. I thought it would be
Yeah.
true.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what your score is when we're done. Here, see. This is actually a psychology experiment to see if you have ESP. Plane M intersects.
It's probably gonna be true, false, true,
All right.
false.
When I write XY like that, what am I referring to?
Segment.
Line X.
Line, not just segment.
Yes,
Segment
'cause it's got the
Has the
arrows.
points.
good. In more than one point. Plane M
Lane.
intersects XY in more than one point. True or false? There's XY.
I guess.
False.
False.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna eventually, at some point in time, find out that if a plane should intersect a point in intersect a line in more than one point, then the entire line actually has to sit inside the plane. The lines can't kind of loop around, bump into the plane more than one place. Oh, Damon.
I'm sorry. True, false is the most obvious. I just felt like being different. I didn't know you'd actually
Yeah,
score
David.
me. Hey, then I'll get the last 2 right though. If it's true, false,
Okay.
true, false. Unless it's
T
true, false, false.
O and R are co-linear. Alright.
That's
T over here. Make it new color. T O. Yeah, that new color is kind of useless. And R.
False.
Oh, Damon.
It's gonna be true, false, false, true.
False.
I
It's
was
okay.
just
It's okay. You can walk away from this knowing that the chances of you having ESP are pretty low.
I was thinking of true, false, false, true, but then I was like, oh, whatever. I'll just start with false just to be funny, because it always starts with true.
We're just playing, you don't have to actually get upset. We're X, O, and Y
Xoy.
are this collinear.
Theory.
Sorry, did it upset you that I was grammatical fail on the part of the teacher? This is why I teach math, not English. Alright, are X, O, and Y collinear?
True.
Of course they are.
Oh, excellent.
Okay,
Okay,
so
yeah.
conclusion.
Damon is not always right. He doesn't always guess right.
Damon does not equal ESP. There. Things we learned today. You do not have ESP.
I'm gonna go home. That's what I was telling my mom. How was your day? It was great.
Damon doesn't have ESP. We did a study.
We did a study, mommy.
Alright, we're gonna, just to keep my picture in view here, we're gonna put number 5 up here. 5 is R, O. Care to venture a guess?
Let's see. True.
S
Best guess.
and W. Russell. Are co-planar.
Yes.
R-O-S-W-R-O-S.
R, O, S, and W.
S-W.
We think they are.
They are, in fact, sitting
Just in.
inside of plane M. You guessed right.
I know, I'm awesome. Okay, now Damon has ESP.
Okay.
now. 1 for 6. 1 for 5, I think, actually. Probably.
Okay. There, I'll just give it a caveat. Alright, I'm gonna erase some of this so I have room.
Number 1 and Damon.
This is going to take years.
Yours.
Can you do that thing where you circle it and tap?
Oh, hold on. If I had a functioning keyboard that was not required for me to, no, like that,
Kind of.
kind of, except I squared it instead of circling it. Had the same.
No, like Mr.
cumulative-
Whittier's smartboard. You take the eraser and
Don't talk to me
circle
about Mr.
something.
Whittier's smartboard, unless you want to see me get angry and jealous, go into a rage, because that's a totally appropriate reaction to the words smartboard.
Word.
What can I tell you? I'm not a rational person. I'm irrational. Just like most of the real numbers. RST, whoops, we already talked about W, and X
Rustics.
are coplanar.
R. False.
Where are they?
R.
X,
S,
S,
T,
T,
X.
X.
False, I think. I mean, not-
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second.
This
From this
sounds-
picture,
Okay.
it appears false. X appears to be hovering above the plane.
Mhm.
R, S, and T seem to be lying in the plane. But
It's half.
is it possible there's some other plane that contains?
Well, I mean, maybe they are because doesn't the plane extend infinitely?
It does. So we've got R, S, and T. This is plane M
Yeah.
on our table. R, S, and T, and X is up here. So even if M extends infinitely, it will never contain
Because it
X.
has no. Yeah.
Okay, but is there some other plane that might contain those 3 points on this one? What do you think?
A pyramid.
What do you think? Fundamental rule of life. 3-legged stool, never gonna wobble. 4-legged stool, might wobble. The reason why? 3 points determine a plane, a unique one plane. There's only one plane that contains R, S, and T, and it is plane M, which means there is no other plane that could possibly contain X. 3-legged stool, the plane it determines might be slanted, so you might slide off the top of the stool, but it won't wobble. So if you ever need to build a non-wobbling stool,
3 is the way to go.
go with 3 legs. Yes. See, you had no idea how useful this class could be. But now you
Stool
know.
making 101.
I know.
7 R X O and Y are coplanar. Alright, so here's O, X, and Y sitting along this line here. O, X, and Y. And here's R. Are they coplanar?
See, now I'm scared.
I know. Wait, so, okay, let's see. They could be,
Make.
couldn't they?
I don't think they are.
Well, if you had a plane the opposite, like this way,
Mm-hmm.
then you could you could have, if it goes up, then you could have R in it and X and Y because they're all straight like that, right?
Yep. He's right. They are in fact coplanar. So imagine that X, O, and Y are on. Imagine there's an umbrella in the middle of this table. Okay, X, O, and Y sit on the umbrella.
Yep.
Now we have a big sheet of paper that's attached to the umbrella. We could spin it around the umbrella, right? And we would hit every point that's on this plane, wouldn't we? Which means that sheet acts as our plane. So one of those planes has to contain a point R that's sitting on our table. So there is some plane, and it's going to go kind of this way through our table, containing that line in the middle, that would eventually contain R. So it's not the plane we've drawn, but that's not the definition of coplanar. Does there exist a plane that contains them? So this is actually true. There is a plane, we just can't see it. Alright, these are not about the pictures, but they're a general question. Does a plane have edges?
No.
Right.
No. Yeah.
Why not? When you draw it, it does, right? I can't draw a non-edged